Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, where we are starting fresh. I have already deleted the Super Saucepan. I don't think that there was going to be a good chance of me saving things there. Not without a serious amount of work and with everybody getting ill every 5-10 minutes or whatever. It wasn't going to be good, and I've learnt an awful lot more about the game over my own personal playthroughs, because I've barely been able to put the game down. So I want to try and take some of that information and put it to good use with a fresh start, with a fresh playthrough. So we're going to start a new game. We're going to go survival again, and we are going to see what kind of a hand we get dealt with. Okay, little duplicants, who do we have? What do we want to do with you? You are immunity regen minus 4%. No, we are not having you, Gossman. I am sorry. You're a mouth breather, so no. Anemic is not such a bad thing. Mole hands, okay. Maybe not. Allowed sleeper, no thank. Oh, you're germ resistant though. That's kind of good, but you're a loud sleeper, which, unless you get your own private bedroom, you're going to keep everybody awake at night, so that's not so good. I want to try and get myself like a relatively decent. Oh, you can't cook, but you're good at digging and building. Okay, Ashcan, I think you'll stick with us. You're a narcoleptic grease monkey, which in itself is amusing. But let's shuffle around. Let's see if we can find somebody who's a bit better. You're squeamish. You can't do care jobs, but you consume less air, which ain't bad. Ooh, brilliant. We've got somebody who can balance out your lack of cooking there, Ashcan. So Bert, such a good name. We'll stick with you, Bert, and then you can't do care jobs, but you won't ever get diarrhea. I need somebody who's maybe got an interest in digging. That could be quite handy. Ooh, okay, we've got squeamish, so you can't do care jobs, but you're germ resistant, and you've got interests in both build and dig. Okay, so we've got Ashcan, Bert, and Ren. You are going to be coming with us, and what kind of a colony name do we want to go with? The Unfortunate Bunker. Yes, I like that. Let's go for that. Right. Ooh, we've got a lot of oxalite around us. That's a relatively good sign. Okay, we're going to dig out quite a bit of this, because I want to make sure that I get an outhouse sorted relatively early on. And I also have an idea of how I want to set things up going straight ahead, because I've had like various ideas on how I like to structure things, and I want to build my initial storage all around the printing pod. So I have ideas just to start with. Just put these all in here. So we're going to have 4 levels of storage bins, and that's going to be the same on both sides. And then we'll have 2 ladder shafts on either side of all of this, and then we're going to branch things off. We're going to try and have all of our industry and anything that's going to produce like nasty CO2 stuff is all going to be lower levels, and then we're going to have like all of the kind of food prep and bedrooms and all that kind of nicer stuff up on the top floors. So I have ideas for what I want to do. Right, let's speed things up just so that you guys can go about getting all of this stuff done. I think I've used up all of my sandstone getting you guys to build things as well, so might be struggling for resources for a little bit. Just while you guys go about clearing things out, but we'll set that to raw materials, as with that one as well. And I'm going to want a wash basin somewhere in and around here. So we'll have a wash basin, we'll have an outhouse. This will probably get extended out a little bit further so we can get a compost heap in there once we've researched how to build those. But how are... oh yes, water supplies. Oh right, we've got all of our water up here, for the most part. We've got a bit down this way, so we'll probably tap into this first so we can get a pitcher pump set up. We've got a lot of oxygen down here. Good God, look at how breathable that stuff is. Isn't it wonderful? Oh God, we've got hydrogen over that way. We've got chlorine. Those are all things that we're going to need. Right. At least we got the outhouse set up. That's the important thing. If anything, I'm glad that we've got the shitter available. Got to get your priorities. But while we have the oxalite available, we shouldn't have to worry too much about our oxygen supply. I'm also going to try and be relatively sensible when it comes round to the amount of duplicants that I have. I don't want to go overboard too quickly, because then, you know, we're going to be using more water, we're going to be needing to make more food, just to keep everybody content, keep everybody happy, and keep everybody alive. So I'm going to try and stagger my duplicant acquisition, for want of better words, for the first kind of portion of the game. Once we get a little bit more stabilized and more established with the colony, then we'll worry about bringing in new people. Alright, we're starting to make a good bit of progress on getting things sorted. We're making a start on like the first proper ladder shaft. We've also got things set up so that we can go and start getting some fresh water out of this pitcher pump. I just need you guys to go and start digging out the space for it. But, you know, you're busy with other things. I'm fine with that. That's all good. Don't mind you just getting on with stuff. Right, now this bottom section down here is going to be getting completely sealed up. It's not going to have, like, open sides to it, because I want this to fill up with CO2. I'm going to move the ration box down here once I've researched the first bit of agriculture stuff. Once I know how to make ration boxes. Because once I can do that, I can shift that down into here. We'll have that in a sterile atmosphere, and that can stay there until we get refrigerators researched. Once we can build those, we won't need to worry about that kind of thing. But you guys need to go about sorting out this water source, so I'm probably going to bump the priority up on this for now. We'll set that as a... just set that up as a... these as priority 8s as well. Just make sure that they get done. You guys sort all of this out. I want to make sure that that lip is there, because I don't want you guys potentially peeing in the bloody clean water source. We've had enough of that, haven't we? Oh, Bert, why did you get yourself stuck over there, you idiot? Well done. There you go, you can get out now. Silly Bert. Right, I'll let you guys finish dealing with all this, and then we'll get started on the next set of construction stuff. In fact, a load more storage bins could probably go in place. I have to wait for this oxalite to dissipate. But, I mean, with the air being this good, I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. What I should do is think about some power generation and a research station. Because, yeah, I don't really need the oxygen diffuser at the moment, while I still have a decent amount of oxalite providing fresh oxygen. Ooh, we've got a natural gas geyser relatively close to us. Natural gas can be used for power production. That's one that I've not played with before, so that could be something to have a look into at some point. Ooh, that could be fun. Right, we're going to put a research station up here. I'm unfortunately going to be digging all of this stuff up. I probably shouldn't. I should probably like set those to harvest, but we can have them stored away. We'll put seeds up here, I think. Store that up there. More storage bins. And then I need a couple of batteries, and I want a couple of manual generators. But we have a new duplicant available. What have we got? We've got a pacifist who is germ resistant. You've got some very good attributes. Ooh. I don't know, germ resistant pacifist, I think I'm quite good with that. So Camille, I think you can come and join us. Make yourself useful. It does sound kind of a bit bossy and a bit rude, isn't it? Let's clear out a little bit more space here, because I'm going to want to put another outhouse in this space, along with a compost heap behind it, and then an oxygen diffuser, so that we can actually get some clean air coming around the area. Camille appears to be stressed. Why is that? What is causing your stress? Oh, sleeping on the floor. Well, yeah, I guess that probably would do it, wouldn't it? I'll have to sort out some bunks for you guys as well, so that you've actually got somewhere to sleep. Set up a barracks room up here, I think. It's not going to be much. It's going to essentially be a glorified corridor. It's going to be a corridor with beds in it, pretty much. Because what I want to do as far as the actual layout of this colony goes is we're going to have like module-sized rooms, kind of like the same size as this whole block. And then on above and below we're going to have corridors that go all the way across, because I can't guarantee that each of these little modules is going to be like open-ended both sides. So we need to make sure that we have the ability for people to run back and forth as quickly and easily as possible. We're going to set this up, we're going to close it off so that we've got this room. This room will count as a barracks. It will have a slightly higher morale boost for anybody that's actually sleeping in there, so it works out for the best should these guys need to actually sleep. I will want to focus on actually like sorting out various different rooms with different utilities and everything in them. But we'll get to that in due time. Right, basic farming, we need that. We'll set that to a 7. Also need for you guys to finish building up all of that stuff as well. Have I got... settle that to a 7. Just get the power generation in place. And then we'll set all of this to a 6. And then once you guys have done all of that, you can go back to whatever else you were doing. Let's copy the settings from this, paste it onto all of these. So all of this is going to be raw materials down in the bottom. Power generators are up and running. You guys are set to go and charge the batteries up once they reach 60% charge, so that's good. Let's get our oxygen diffuser in here at the back. It's probably not going to need to be active straight away, but it gets that little prompt out from having a go at me. I mean, the oxygen here is fine anyway, it didn't really need checking at all. Okay, down here we're going to have metal ore, we're going to have consumable ore. I'll be raising the priorities on all of the storage bins once all of this stuff is in place, so that everybody will just go on a massive sweep job. We'll have soil, cultivatable soil, so this will end up being dirt. So that's going to be seeds. We'll put algae in that one, and we'll put agriculture in that one, so we'll have fertilizer in there. This one can be... Ooh, what do we want to have along here? I don't know. All 6 of the ones that are going to be up here are going to be sand. It's all going to be filtration mediums. But either way, I think we're doing a fairly good job. You guys have now got beds that you can go and sleep in. This room now classes as a barracks as well, so that it improves your morale at the same time, and that's just good. We've still got a little bit of oxalite lying around as well. Most of it has kind of... Oh, we've still got quite a bit over this way as well. So that's not bad. We actually lucked out quite well with the amount of oxalite we had around here. I'm rather impressed. But I think the next target, I suppose, or the next project, is going to be a permanent water tank. I've got to figure out where I want to put that. I'm thinking I might put it over here. So we'll have like a fresh water tank right here, and we could have the polluted water tank underneath it. So that we could go about, like, you know, recycling all the water and then just kind of shoving it in the nicer tank that's all up above it. I think that could work. I think that works for me. Yeah, let's preemptively start digging some of this stuff out. You are going to be another one for cultivatable soil. Still don't know what I want to put in these ones, but you guys need to finish. All this oxalite needs to start dissipating. As quickly as you can, please. Much obliged. And we're starting to get a CO2 atmosphere down here. It's getting there. It's not a solid CO2 atmosphere yet. It's still got quite a bit of oxygen floating around. But that will change. This will eventually fill up, and it will be a suitably sterile atmosphere for our needs. And we're doing with that research. 13 out of 15, we're getting there. Not bad. Put that little brain to good use, Camille. I know you can do it. Hooray! There we go. That's got that research done. Okay, so we can now build algae terrariums. We can convert some CO2 into oxygen. Planter boxes, so we can make a start on farming. And there we go, ration box. Put that down there, please. Build that at a level 8 priority as well. We'll deconstruct this tile. Deconstruct this ration box. Replace all that with ladders. And you are going to be level 8, and you're going to have all edibles and cooking ingredients and everything. Oh, god damn it, it's downtime. I think what meant to be happening. Meant to be putting stuff away. Ration box isn't in a completely sterile environment yet, so I suppose it doesn't matter too much if all the food's in there. But I would rather have the food put away than just sitting out for God knows how long. Oh, Camille drew the short straw this morning. She's got to unclog the shitter. I'm sorry. Don't worry, we'll sort out some actual plumbing sometime soon, and then you guys can poop in style. How does that sound? Does that sound like a fun time? I bet it does. Let's give you we should make a compost heap as well. Build that. Oh, and the last of this oxalite is finally dissipating. Thank you for all the lovely breathable air you have supplied me. I have appreciated it massively. Right. Tiles in there. Storage bins. All over the place. Oh, those are getting built at a priority 8, apparently. Who knew? I want to set up a microbe musher somewhere. I am thinking up here, because this is pretty much where I've just made space for it. So we'll set that up there, so we've got a food supply. Cables across all of that. And then all of this, level 6 priority. That can all be filtration mediums, that's all sand. And then we'll set a priority 6 on everything else. Except for the ration box, because that is staying at a priority 8. I'm going to make sure that any and all food ends up in there. Yeah, the atmosphere down here is fluctuating between sterile and not. We do still have some oxygen that needs to filter its way out so we can let some more CO2 in. But as these guys go about doing their jobs and just kind of like running around the place, they'll be outputting CO2 that will eventually fill the air. But for now, I think you guys are just going to go on a little bit of a cleaning spree. Just get things tidied up a little bit. I might prioritise getting this stuff in place. And if there's a food order put in, microbe musher needs to be a priority 8. If I ask you guys to get me some food, you get me some food. Along with power regulation, let's research that so we can get bigger batteries. Okay, we've got the basics sorted. We've got power generation, we've got some oxygen generation, we've got the basic amenities of toilets and sink. The research station is up and running, and we've got some food production. I think, yeah, the next target for me is going to be finishing up this water tank. So I am gonna get that in place there. Get that little bit of wall. Get a little bit of wall down there as well. Oh god, look at that thing going. Oh man. Okay. It's currently overpressured, so we can't actually do anything with that. How on earth am I going to deal with you? I know I need scientists. That much is for sure. Yeah, I've never actually got around to dealing with these geysers, because you get various different ones. Like you get natural gas, you get ones that just produce steam so that you can get clean water from them. But I've never got far enough into the game to actually figure out what to do with them and how to use them. So, no idea at the moment. Ooh, we have another duplicate available. Let's see if it's somebody that we might want. We've got a small bladder, we've got a loud sleeper. Oh, we've got a narcoleptic grease monkey who's a quick learner. I think the Ada, you are going to be out straight away just because of the loud sleeper, because everybody's sleeping in communal bunks at the moment. Also, you have got some very good stats, and you're not fussed about the quality of your food either. The only trouble is the small bladder. I think Joshua is looking to be the most attractive so far, just based off the amount of traits that you've got that are good. But your interests are lacking. I still don't quite know what operate jobs mean. I haven't quite figured that one out. But I don't know. I think for now I'm going to stick with the 4 that I have, because I haven't quite got a food supply 100% sorted yet. Okay, let's quickly delete these 2 bits. Don't need nor want these bits of ladder here anymore. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting up 2 pitcher pumps within this water tank. One is going to be for when the water level is kind of low to about half full. And then there's going to be I'm going to have a door. I'm going to have a pneumatic door like here that I can then set to lock when the water level gets too high. So I can have another pitcher pump up here. It's just so that my duplicants can go about getting water, like the bottled water, without having to kind of like get themselves particularly wet, because it always like upsets them. They don't like working when they're soggy. I mean, who does? Who does? I don't. So you can empathise with them. I understand. It's not fun. How are we getting on with that research, by the way? Oh, we're nearly done with power regulation. Good. Once we get that finished, plumbing will be the next bit of research that we put together. So then we can start... well, actually, what way am I going to go about doing this? Am I going to... I've just had a thought on how I'm going to handle this. What I might do will be break open the ceiling here and then tunnel up and through to let all of this water just fall down into the new tank. I think that could work rather nicely. And then once all of that water's down and in, we can like break into here, put in a proper pump, and then funnel that stuff through. Yes, I think I like this idea. So what I might do is I might actually sort some of this out now. So I can lower this pitcher pump down and get it below here, so I can seal everything off and I can tidy the whole thing up before I get the rest of it in place. And I think... yes, I want to go plumbing and then sanitation straight away, just so I can get mesh tiles, because they're going to be an important part of this build. I'm also going to swap these 2 batteries for a jumbo battery, because this one jumbo battery will hold twice as much as both of these small ones, meaning I will need to charge them less. Oh god, Ashcan, what are you doing down there? No! Get yourself out of that water. Don't you dare drown. You stupid Burke. Ah. That would have given me a notification for him drowning far too late. Idiot. Absolute blithering idiot. And you go straight back down there, you fool. Can't trust you people, I really can't. Oh, right, yeah, you've taken away the power supply, haven't you? Right, let's put in a jumbo battery. Put that at priority 9 so that gets built straight away. Then you guys can just charge the battery and get back to what you were doing as opposed to running permanently. Just running forever. That is a nice looking CO2 atmosphere in here, though. I say nice, it's going to be horrible and unbreathable, but it's going to keep our food germ-free as much as possible. Right, we're finally at the food shortage stage, so mush bars make 20. Actually, no, we can probably get away with making 10 at the moment. Don't have enough people that we need to worry about that. Ashcan, you are not happy at the moment. You're eating in a CO2 environment. Of course you're not going to be able to hold your breath. Is your stress going down? Your stress is going down. I'm assuming that's because you nearly drowned earlier. But, I mean, that was kind of your own fault, you silly man. Duplicant thing. I don't know, you all seem to be fairly genderless. I mean, you are just like genetic ooze, that's what you are. Suppose your gender really doesn't matter, does it? Research complete, that would be plumbing. Excellent. Let's get straight onto sanitation, because the mesh tiles are going to be great for building like interior platforms and stuff for water tanks. Now my piping is going to go relatively the same as it always has in this game. We're going to have, underneath this left ladder is going to be all of our clean water, underneath the right ladders are going to be all of the polluted water, and then I'm going to kind of alternate these pipes floor by floor to get all of the various different liquids around. Also, I need to make sure that these mush bars end up going... Yeah, they are going off to storage down there. Stop leaving them on the floor! People just don't care about the quality of your food, do you? God, why is all this stuff getting done on a bloody 9? I don't want it done on a 9, I want it done on a 7. Jeez, I need to turn down the priority for constructions. It's getting a bit excessive. So if this is going to be my... Yes, I know we've got a food shortage. Please calm down. Stop panicking over it. Okay, this is going to end up being my polluted water tank. It's going to be coming down quite a ways. Definitely going to need a miner, an actual qualified miner to get through a lot of this material. To get through the granite especially. Sandstone and everything else is fine, it's just when we get down to things like obsidian and granite, the igneous rock, that is going to require a slightly more specialised duplicant. But we'll get there. It'll happen. Give it time. Well, we've got to get our clean water tank in place first so that we can get this water out of the way. Right, our microbe musher has finished its fabrication queue. Ooh, new duplicants. What do we have? We've got a slow learner, a buff slow learner who's a night owl in Devon. Okay. You cannot dig, but you're good at research, or you like to research. And we've got a pacifist who... I don't know about you, Nisbet. Interior decorator is going to prove to be a bit of a bother with regards to your morale at the moment. No, I think we'll stick with what we have for now. We'll let that cycle through again, and we'll check it again later. For now, I just kind of want to get the rest of this stuff done. Kind of been waiting for you guys to sort your stuff out so that we can actually get round to finishing up all of this. I know having the manual power generators doesn't help things at the moment, but... we'll eventually research coal power. Get there eventually. Right, you're going to get back to all this now. Yes, good. Ooh, yeah, the tank is coming together rather nicely. Not quite finished yet, but it's getting there. And I'm gonna like climb up through this and break into things up this way, I think. With this lot, though, I'm definitely going to have to pump that, I think. It's going to be slightly more awkward to try and funnel that down through this way. I also don't think this tank's going to be big enough for all three of these water sources right now. So probably have to keep that one aside and then install a pump in it at some point once this tank is empty enough. But these two definitely will fit. But okay, I think that is a fairly good start to things here at the Unfortunate Bunker. It's a wonderful name for the place. I will wrap this episode up here. Next episode, we will continue getting this big water tank finished. We'll start looking towards some more automated power supplies. And once we've got all that stuff out of the way, we can start looking towards getting a more of a septic tank type thing for polluted water, and we can set up, you know, actual plumbing for utilities like toilets. And probably look into what other stuff we're going to need to worry about. Like actual, like kind of better quality food production, actually distributing some jobs out or delegating jobs out to people. We'll get all that sort of stuff underway in the coming episodes. So, for now, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment, just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Where would we be without him? Jesus, if Thanos was like into jazz and he was just sitting there clicking his fingers, we'd really be screwed.